It's Monday, and I am making a bag. I am not making it this current second, but I will be as soon as I start. So I made a wallet with piggies, little cute doll piggies, and it's for my daughter for her birthday, which is the 14th of August. So I wanted to use the scraps, which you see right here, and I pulled out 2 zippers and also a fat quarter in brown to go on the inside. And I'm going to use these scraps to make a bag for this. No, it's not going to be a Tiffy bag, but it may be shaped like one. I just need to make something that fits the wallet inside of it. So that is what I'm going to do. So, yeah. If you're new to my channel, subscribe, like, share, all those things. I'm going to get started. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I usually can like make up something on the fly, which is what I'm going to be doing, but I didn't actually like know because the amount of fabric that I have left is not the same amount that I use for anything else. So I have to get creative. Let's see. Hi, Cam. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Linda. And hi, Sandra. And there's probably more, but it didn't refresh. So I have these funky chunks of fabric left. And
it went out. How do you go back in? Somehow it went out when we handed it. Oh, okay, sorry.
And I am going to cut from these. You can plug the iron in. And Scott's gonna iron.
Yay!
The Iron Man wants to iron. So I'm gonna have him iron. So not only do I need these things, but this bag, instead of putting hold on, gotta think of this word for a second, foam in it, I'm actually going to put some interfacing, and then I'm just going to use cotton batting scraps, because I have a ton of them, all nicely folded into a bag so that they stay normal in the closet in a bag. So I'm going to use batting scraps as my thickness, and I'm going to probably quilt it with the red thread because I use the same red thread on the wallet. But I'm going to use batting scraps for this wallet today because I think it will just make it easier for me. So let's figure out how much fabric I have and see what I can do with it, because there's not much red, so I'm figuring the bottom of the bag and the sides of the bag could be this red. Obviously, I doubt I'm going to be able to use this single strip. Actually, I probably could. If it's 1 inch, oh, look at that. I can, because it could fit on the end of the zipper. So that could just, right there is already for zipper tab. The brown that I will be using is just a brown with white polka dot fat quarter. I just pulled out a fat quarter. I'm going to make it work with what I have and the extra fat quarter. So this should be enough for me to have straps and the lining, hopefully. So you can press that. All right, let's see. 720 or 480. I have no idea.
Oh, that's so good.
I have no idea.
Okay, I can press this a while then?
Yeah. It looks like I have the 18 inches of the fat quarter. And then I also have the 22 inches of the fat quarter. So I only had chopped out just a tiny bit for the outside of the wallet. So what I could do is have it let's see. I'm going to turn it sideways because I also want this to be directional. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. It's not very straight, but it's almost straight. 9 by 8. How big is this wallet? Let's see. We want it at least 10 inches. 10 inches by 9 inches. That's what we're going to go with. So what I need to do is grab a long ruler, and I'm going to cut this 10 inches to start. And this is a nice straight line right here. So we're just going to line that up, keeping all this lined up. And this right there, right there, right there. There we go. I'm going to cut it. If I could fit this down in there. Oh, look at that. So I took a nice funky piece off, and now we're going to split this in half. What did I say half was again?
Sorry,
27, I think.
I'm sorry.
Yep, 27.
Hey, Joyce. Hey, Jody.
Welcome everybody joining. I'm just making a bag today to go with the little wallet that I made for my daughter.
And then people are actually, I don't know.
All right, so I want them both to stay facing this direction. What I need to do is I need sides.
Hi, Vivian.
And a bottom. So we're going to call this the bottom. So we're going to cut this 10 inches, this piece off of here. And then I'm going to trim it into 10 right there. And then I'm going to trim it in half. That way the bottom can be split between both pieces. So there would be the bottom. We're going to split it in half. It looks like it's, we're going to do 1.5 inch. Notice I just make things up on the fly. I really suck at math, but as long as I know what my pieces are going to be to equal, then I'm pretty good at putting them together. As long as it's all similar. Oops, that go over there. So this is going to go on the bottom of this one, and this is going to go on the bottom of that one.
Teresa asks, is this the bag that you've never made before?
Yep, this is a bag that I've never made before. I'm just kind of throwing something together.
Hi, Kelly. Hi,
Hold on.
Beverly.
Yeah, we're going to stick that way. Yeah, that's how it's going to go. And then the sides, we need sides. We're going to do 1.5 by, let's measure. Where's my ruler? If that's 9, let's go 7.5. 9 by, no, yeah, 7.5 by 1.5. That's what I need. So we're going to cut off 2, 4 more 1.5 inch strips.
Darlene says, you're great at bag making. You don't do math.
1. No, I don't. I like to just make something. 2.
Yes, Teresa, this is a new bag design.
This is me. And I always say the numbers that I'm doing and cutting out loud, because that way, in case you guys want to follow something in the video, like, oh, this bag actually turns out nice, you're going to be like, okay, I think I can make that. So that is why I always say this stuff out loud. That way, in case you want to make it, you can. All right, so there's 4 1.5 inch strips, and we're going to turn them into 7.5 inch. Or no, because I have the bottom already there. So actually, no, they could just stay 9 inches. Yeah. So they're 1.5 by 9 inches, because that will leave me my little cuff for the bottom. So I'm going to barely trim these because they're almost literally exact. So we're going to trim these to 9 inches. There. And I'm making the best of all the fabric. That's how this works.
Emily says, ooh, a bag to match the cute pig wallet.
Yep. So I'm going to add these to the sides like that. This to that side and that to that side. Now I need something for the top zipper, which is going to be the 10 inches. Yeah, that was 10 inches. I don't know if I have 10 inches here. Oh, yep, we do. We got 10 by 1.5 because I want it to be this because there's not going to be enough pig fabric and it'll look weird with the pig fabric. I can make a pocket out of the pig fabric.
Does Maxine know you're making this today? Be watching?
No.
Oh. Should I let her know so she can watch?
If
She
you
called
want
me
to.
earlier, but I think it was a butt dial because nobody said anything. I just heard a bunch of background noise.
I'm going to straighten up this edge
Hi, Judy.
and I'm going to cut 1.5 inch.
Hi, Shelly.
Okay, I got to think about this real quick. This is zipper. I could just sew that directly too and put zipper tabs only on. Yeah, I could do that. That's what I think I'm going to do. That way the top kind of comes in at an angle. Forget for struggling. We could put a pocket on the outside of this one though.
That looks good.
But then it covers up all the piggy stuff. I don't really want to cover up the piggy stuff. So I could use a little pocket on the outside. But then I have to attach it after I quilt. Let's do that. Let's put a slip pocket on the outside. I mean a zipper pocket on the outside. All right. For now, we're going to interface all this instead. And I have tons and tons of scrap interfacing, so this should be easy. I'm just going to dig through my bin because I have so much of it back here in a bin filled with interfacing. Lots of strips and strange cuts. See?
Is it going to be all the same interfacing then, or does it not matter?
It's not going to matter
Okay. I was just
because I'm
curious.
quilting anyway. So
I was just curious.
let's see. All right. There's plenty of pieces here. We're going to put a piece on the back of this that is
Hi, Doris.
smaller. So we need, actually it could be the whole size of this. This can go in the seam. That's no big deal. So I'm going to lay this on here and I'm going to trim away all the excess. So this is 9 by 10 inches for anybody that's curious, and these are this one is 10 by 1.5, and these two sides are 9 by 1.5. That's what I'm doing so far. All right, so here's one for you to press, Mr. Scotty.
Ooh, I get to work again.
I'm going to very carefully give that to you. It's got the glue side towards the fabric already.
Okay.
There we go. And then now we need to put one on this one. Let's grab another one of these scraps.
Is this stuff we have to let sit on there for
A second,
30
yeah.
seconds or so, or 10
Like
seconds or whatever? it is?
5 to 7 seconds.
Okay.
Something like that.
Kim tells me to sing, so it'll keep her awake.
You don't want to hear him sing.
No,
None of you want to hear him sing.
no. Tiff's a very good singer, though. You might want to hear her. I like her singing.
I don't have anything to sing.
Hi, Jeannie.
When I got valley fever, I'm going to warn those that live in Arizona and end up with valley fever, or in the lower parts of Nevada, or in California and so on, where valley fever is prominent. If you get valley fever and it becomes a super big lung nodule and you get super sick and you can't breathe and you cough funky and you used to be able to sing, just know after valley fever you can't sing anymore. I mean, you can, but your notes sound weird and your voice is way more raspy.
Is this going in here?
Yeah.
I'm screwing up your whole design.
That's fine. Alrighty. Now that's interface. So let's, what did I say this was again? 9 by 10. So we're going to cut an 8.
Hi, Deborah. Deborah asked, will you be giving measurements later?
I'm giving them as I go because this is a make it up as I go project. I need 1.5 inch strips real quick. I'm going to cut the batting in a minute. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hi, Podum.
We're going to see what we got going on in these. These are not 1.5. These are like 1 1/4, but it doesn't matter. We're going to use them anyway.
Hi, Marla.
Okay, that's not the right kind of interfacing. That. It's too thin, too thin. These might work. Or I could just cut it all from this, because this looks about the right size. I'm like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1.5 inch pieces of the interface. I want everything to be stiff on here, even though I'm gonna put it together and quilt it. So I'm gonna get 5 from this. And we'll get 1 more from another piece. Which be this one mixed with this one. So what I need you to do
Yes, my love.
is put this on here and then cut that excess away real quick so that you don't get it stuck to the iron, which I haven't cleaned yesterday's iron. Instead, today I finished a quilt. I quilted a quilt and finished it with binding. I feel very productive today, and now I'm on my 3rd project for the day. My zipper just went.
Third. So this was
Second.
number 2.
Yeah, 2nd project. Sorry.
Okay, what was the other one?
2nd project today.
Hi, Ben.
No,
Ben asked, so there's push pins on the walls holding up all your rulers or something else?
they're push pins with hold on. I'm thinking right now my brain isn't
They're
working.
paper clips.
Paper
right?
clips, twisted and bent.
Yeah.
So that they hold it's the push pin next to a paper clip.
Yeah, these 2 are done?
Mm-hmm. 2 more. And 1 more. We're going to make this work.
Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Debbie.
I really don't care if it's on that edge. We're just going to center this one on
Emily
there.
said she was using her bag today. What a coincidence. Hold on,
All right,
close
here
up,
you go.
close up.
There's
You want a close up of the piggies? Is that what you want a close up of?
We're just going to throw all this on the floor for now.
The piggy
Everything
fabric?
has, this needs to be glued on. That
Okay, I
needs to
didn't
be
do
glued
either of
on.
these yet. I'm reading and talking.
Okay,
He was asking questions.
so these are the
sorry.
bottoms. I'm going to go ahead now and sew this onto the bottom of this. So again, 10 inches by 9 inches, and I'm sewing a 1.5 by 10 inch strip on the bottom of this guy. And I'm just going to use a 1/4 inch seam because I can. And you could probably not put the interfacing all the way to the edge and leave a seam allowance, but I went ahead and just left it in there. So you can like fold it back like this and then top stitch it, because that also looks cool.
Hi, Debbie.
The bag's gonna get thicker anyway because I'm gonna be putting I'm gonna quilt it in with
Okay, which one's done and which one didn't?
This looks 10 inches, so this I'm gonna put on here.
Is this one done? Or no?
I don't know, if it doesn't look stuck, then no, it's not. And those are
Well,
gonna
I
be my
already did
sides.
one. Where's the one I did? That's what I was asking.
I already sewed it on.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so again, I'm gonna sew a 1/4 inch seam on this one. I'm making sure I'm putting it to the bottom of my pigs because unlike my wallet, my pigs are upside down, right side up on one side, but upside down on the opening side. And then, yeah, so I wasn't paying attention. I should have had them right side up going the opposite way, but that's okay.
Is these all done? So this one's the only one that's not done, and it's 2 pieces?
Yeah, it has a couple pieces on it. So again, I'm just going to fold it back for bulk purposes, and I'm just going to stitch it down because it gives it that clean look. I'm still going to be quilting the whole thing, but it looks cool with it, you know, with it stitched down with a top stitch. Okay, looks nice and clean like that. Now I'm going to attach my sides and do the same thing, and I'm also going to do a top stitch.
Okay, all these are glued on.
And what you're going to see is when these are on the sides, when the bag comes together, it'll seal all that off. And you won't see any of that bottom half. But I'm going to pre-attach everything. Let me attach this side and then that one's like literally 1/8 of an inch too long.
Hi, MJ.
Hello everybody. Today was just a random video I decided to do, so just take notes, I guess. If it turns out nice, you'll want to make it. Because I have no idea what's going to happen here.
So we got 61 people on. That's pretty good.
Yes. Sometimes the thread cutter does not cut.
Hi, Susan.
All right, now to add these two.
Do you want me to iron that now that it's done?
If you want to.
Well, that's up to you. I
I'm
don't.
not very good at this whole 1/4 inch seam. I got myself all confused. No, because they're already pressed pretty much
Okay.
with the stitching being on there.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm just top stitching. And I'm using the same stitch length for my top stitching as the stitching. You can totally add these pieces first and then put the interfacing on, but I 100% am just adding as I go. And since I'm using scrap everything, I might as well just tack everything down as I go. Alright, so everything is stitched down. Now we need to cut out some
Hi, Sheree.
batting to go inside of it.
Kim
I
wants
really
to know
want-
if my car's dried out yet.
His car's still wet, and the wind blew lots of dust into it.
I don't
Also,
think it's that wet anymore. I think it's
All right.
probably pretty dry by now. It's 1,000,000 degrees out there.
an outside zipper pocket. Yeah, what do you think?
It's up to you. You're the one making it for Maxine. I don't know. She's not
It's-
on here to ask. Hi,
That's what I'm
Tanya.
gonna do. I'm gonna put an outside zipper pocket. These aren't the same, but we're gonna cut them
Hi, Brenda.
and put them together inside as a zipper. That's what I'm gonna do. Because that way it has some kind of like whatever to it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut these two pieces, and inside the wallet will be pigs on one side of it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut them both to this size, which I'll tell you the numbers in a second. Let me just cut them like this first. And I'm not going to shrink it down either, so it's 5.5 by 7. And I'm going to go ahead and draw me on. So I want this to flip. Once it's flipped in, it'll be face up. Hold on. I got to think about this real quick. If these are put together to create a pocket, I got to think about this real quick. It's going to be upside down in there because I have to flip it through. I want it to be right side up. Like that. Right? Yep, so it's going to go on like this, I think.
Hi, Tony.
Pop through and flip facing that way. No, it's not. It's going to go this way. Push it through. I don't know. Let's just sew these darn things together. Screw it. If they're upside down, they're upside down. I'm going to be here forever trying to figure it out. Okay, so I have one solid piece for now. Iron that. We're just going to put it on like this. So I'm going to center this right here, down a little bit. Oh, right. Here, like that. Let's put it down like that. And I'm going to measure in myself.
Angela says the thread is such a pretty
today.
color.
It's red.
Yeah.
Signature. I don't know the name of the color. I don't know. Persian red. Took me a second to find it on there. All right, my zipper is going to go, if that's there, we're going to go from, oops, here to here. There we go. And then I'm going to come a 1/2 inch down and mark that same marking, but a 1/2 inch away. This will be where I stitch. Oops, I need to go over this a little bit more. There we go. So those are my stitch lines. I forgot this is not a push end. This is a snap down this.
Are you not using one of your fabric pens?
Nope. No, that's what these are.
Oh, okay.
All right, so now I'm going to stitch on these 2 lines. And it's down far enough, I think it'll be fine. Right where it's at. Looks center to me. Just gonna stitch on those lines. There and back up. Now I need to split in half. So I'm going to cut a 1/4 inch away and then split it open, but I'm going to cut my ends into a, right up to the corners. A lot of people struggle with this whole zipper thing. But I'm not cutting my stitch line, just the tips. right up to the stitching, but not the stitching. That's not gonna work now. Work for the other side. Not for this side. We're going to see true results if my two pieces hooked together is going to make it the correct direction when I slide this through. That way when the pocket is open. Push this up.
I have faith in you, honey.
And then when the pocket is open, oh, the piggies are right side up. I get so excited when that happens. So now I'm going to press this really nicely.
Hi, Michelle.
Hello, everybody joining. So I'm just going to give this a good little press right here.
Yes, Mary, this is a different pattern.
This is me making it up as I go. This is what it looks like when I'm just making things up.
I can press it for you.
I need it to be exact, so I'm like,
Okay.
this is one of those things that I kind of just need to do myself. Go to the top like this. Make sure it's nice. There goes me quilting it. Now I can go around it. All right, so now I have a peephole. Now I'm going to put my zipper on there, and I accidentally sewed a crease into it. I mean, not sewed, pressed.
Iron.
That's the word I was looking for.
I think I got you that too.
We're going to stitch the opening of the zipper closed first.
She's using interfacing, Jeannie.
And notice I'm using a piggy pink for the zippers. All right, what I'm going to do, where did I put all that brand new? I want to see if that stuff works.
Okay.
So I went to the dollar store at the actual general dollar store, and they sell craft double-sided tape for $1. Come on now, people. Let me tell you. So let's see how well this double-sided tape actually works.
If it works good, I can buy you more.
Because I bought 2 packages.
It was only $1.
Because I make lots of bags. So double-sided tape. It's called Crafter's Square from the dollar store. And let me tell you, this could be good. Let's see how good it really is, though. Now I just need to find the. I think that's the end.
Do you need a hand?
Hold on. It's got tape over the tape. There we go. That in the garbage. Okay. Now I gotta refine the end again. There it is.
Jeannie asks, is it washable?
I have no idea. It does not say on the box. We will find out. It just says for adult use, not a toy. For decorative and crafting use only. Keep out of reach of young children. And then the bottom just says that it's imported, blah, 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 blah. It's made in Canada, blah, blah, blah. And then it just says double-sided acid-free. That's all it says. And the front side just says double-sided tape, and then it says whatever in a different language.
Well, Kelly says it works on cardstock for card making.
Well, I'm using it for a bag, so I will make it work.
Once it gets on there, it's going to get sewed down.
Yeah.
So it's not going to really matter if it's washable, I guess.
How big do I need? Right there. So let's get my little thingy out of the way. I'm going to put some double-sided tape on this. It's kind of bigger than my normal double-sided, so I'm going to make it kind of hang off the edge a little. But that's okay because I just need it on this edge right here.
Hi, Marianne. Marianne asks, what sewing machine are you using?
My Juki TL 2010Q. Now let's go this way.
Hi, Deborah.
Look, if this works, then I'm sorry, but I'm buying it from the dollar store because that saves me a lot of money. And it saves time trying to find it because not everywhere sells it, the double-sided tape. It's mostly online is where I found it. I couldn't find it at Hobby Lobby last time I was there, so unless they were out, but you know.
That's a good possibility.
All right, so I stuck it down. And I just need to peel away, which is very hard to do on this one compared to my other stuff. Let's see if I can't get this sharp. Come on, there we go. No, that right is right there.
Well, Kelly says if it works good, you can buy it by the case from the dollar store too.
So I'm gonna fold it up onto itself so it's not hanging over, since it is not a 1/4 inch. It's kind of big. Probably is a 1/4 inch. It's just right there.
Well, Jeannie's saying she hopes it won't wash off if it's not washable. Or wad up.
It wouldn't matter. It's getting stitched down either way.
She says hope it wouldn't wad up.
Oh, come on. Well, it definitely does not come apart, so I guess testing dollar store stuff, it's not separating like we would hope, like my other stuff does.
Do you need a hand?
Nope, I
I'm
got
going
it.
to try.
Fold it up onto itself again.
It did only cost $1. You might have to work with it.
Yeah. Okay. I love the dollar store. I think we all do. All right, if this is the front of the bag, I want the zipper to come on this side. Let's put you right that way so you don't get stuck down. Okay, zipper. Let's lay this on here. Right there. Probably the longest taking zipper ever, because I'm trying to make it nice. Right there, right there. Come on. There we go. Now I just need to move the zipper tab out of the way. Just like that. And I'm going to stitch 1/8 of an inch away from the edge all the way around.
What happened when you washed yours, Michelle? Michelle said she had some that wasn't washable. What did it do? I'm curious.
It's very sticky, that's for sure. If I can get that to stay right there. There we go. Staying nice and flat. One more stitch right there. Right now I'm just top stitching. I'm going to open the zipper so that it's out of the way. And this is one of those set-ins, the invisible zipper, because that's all I got left is invisible zippers. Alright. And just because I'm going to...
She says hers just stayed there.
I'm going to do a second stitch all the way around, which just tacks down the outer side so that that zipper never comes loose. It's literally a quick stitch all the way around the whole entire thing. One more time, except at about 1/8 of an inch away. It just looks like a double stitch. I like that look. You never have to do it. I do it because I think it looks really nice. It looks clean. Like a beautiful double stitch. One more stitch, one more stitch. There we go. I think I'm the only one that does this. I've watched lots of bag videos and I've never seen another person do the double stitch like me. I don't know why. I just think it looks clean. And it tacks down the rest of the zipper so that there's no lip inside of your pocket. All right, so now I'm going to snip away excess zipper.
Snippity snip snip.
Just like that on both sides. And now we're going to seal the pocket. So I'm going to lift my pocket up. I'm going to fold that out of the way and sew across the top of it first. Just stay. And then I'm going to fold the side out of the way and sew down one side and then go over and do the other. And now for the last side. Worked out perfect piecing it together even.
What?
The signature thread and my machine aren't very happy together.
Oh.
Did this to me earlier. Just
You need
keeps
some juice or some
popping
water?
out. No, I have water.
Okay.
Some machines don't like certain thread. This one tends to pop out all the time. In this one at least. All right, so now I have, snip away all my excess threads. Now I have a front zipper pocket and the piggies are facing the correct direction. Woohoo! So I have a little pocket for the front of the bag. So adorable. I should have chose a piggy or pink, but this was light piggy pink, and well, I don't think Maxine's going to care.
She will love it. Does she even know she's getting the purse? Since
Yeah.
She's not on watching it?
I told her I told her I was going to make something more with the rest of the fabric.
Oh, okay.
All right, now I need batting.
Oh, so you are going to use some batting in there?
Yes. So I'm going to reach into my scrap batting and pull out some big chunks and then just cut them to size for here.
Well, someone asked earlier if you're using interfacing or batting, and I said you were using interfacing. I know you're going to use both.
This will be enough. And look, it's Frankenpieced already. Looks like it's Frankenpieced 2 different brands too. But I put whatever I can together.
Hi, Katrina. Hi, Kay.
All right, so those roughly, can I put 2 this way? Probably could. I need to just make it a seam allowance smaller. And come this way a little right there. I'm going to cut about right there to about right there. Move that out of the way.
Hi, Paula.
And everything else I'm just going to cut to size. Look at that. I'm going to put that on there like that. Not even trim the bottom. What I am going to do is cut a hole and put this through it. That way I can quilt that on there and it sits nicely. I'm just going to take out a chunk right here. Pop that pocket through. I know I'm weird, right?
Why was that weird?
I don't know. Just because I do things.
Well, you have to cut the
Differently.
pocket hole, right?
I don't have to, but I
Oh.
did.
Oh, okay.
I just want it so that I can quilt the batting onto the, see, and my pocket is nicely out of the way. should cut about a little bit more out of the way. Just so that it's nice.
Well, since you already have the Tiffy bag and this one's for Maxine, this can be the Maxine bag.
Could be. Okay, you guys see how I did that? Now the pocket's like in there and I can like quilt it nicely. Now I'm just going to trim it to almost size. Just by eyeballing. Just so that I have seam allowances. And they're not in the batting itself. This is just, again, I'm winging it. Why? Because I can. Something I do quite often. Come on. There we go. There's one piece, and this one I just need to lay it on here, cut away. That's about the right size there. That's about the right size there. You can like totally do whatever you want when you're making bags like this. When it comes to putting whatever you need, you don't even have to use batting, but I did. Now I'm just going to quilt these pieces on here. So we're going to come to the front. I'm going to fold Mr. Pocket out of the way completely, like that, and hold it out of the way. And I can feel with my hands. I think I want to stitch. I'm going to change my stitch length. All right, turn. So I'm just kind of stitching around the there we go. The whole thing. That's all I'm doing. So I stitched around the whole thing, but away from a 1/4 inch away from the edge. And I think that looks nice. So I'm gonna do the same with this one. Turn it around. Alright, there, turn. There, turn. Ta-da! So I have a front and a back. And now we're going to put some zipper tabs on this. Oh, I have to cut out the lining and some straps. Duh. Where'd that piece that you ironed go? Where did I put it? The brown. Oh, right there.
Okay. Yeah,
all right.
I was
For
gonna say, I had it on top
straps
of there.
are going to be made from this.
Hi, Teresa. Teresa McPhair's on now.
Hello. I'm gonna just throw those on the floor. I'm gonna save this because that's gonna go with the zipper tab. And I'm gonna make some straps real quick. I'm just gonna cut 2. Oh, we gotta make sure this is gonna fit for lining. just gonna do, see how many inches I have available. They're not gonna be very big straps. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna cut 2 3.5-inch strips off of one side. 1, 2, 3.5. And it's gonna be a little, no, that's not gonna work. Let's do 3-inch. 3-inch. We're gonna do 3-inch. They're gonna be little straps. Little straps. 3-inch by the width of the fat quarter is what I'm cutting. So they're just gonna come out really small, but that's okay because it's for my daughter and she will not care.
Hold on, do you still have enough then? You just
Yep.
put those on sideways. It looks like you're cutting off too much.
Nope. I had 6 inches of available space.
Okay.
Okay, so these are gonna be my straps. And then this, see, I have plenty. I could have done 3.5, but I didn't. So this piece is, we're gonna measure real quick, is 12 by 10. So we're gonna cut a 12 by 10 inch piece.
Emily's confusing her husband when she watches sewing videos while sewing. When she gets up from the chair, here's the machine.
12. Okay, we're gonna go 12, which is 32, right? From 20 to 32 is 12.
Yes.
So we're gonna go 12. So this is for my lining.
Are we gonna need that iron again soon? It's gonna turn on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll turn it back on.
And then I will slice this end off, which is the salvage. And then we're gonna flip it around and come over 10 inches. 10 inches, 25 is 10. Right there, and right there. And one more. 20 to 30. Right there. Right there. I'm so bad at math, I can't even count the numbers on the board, you know? On the cutting mat. That's
Okay.
how bad at math I am.
Kay says the customer quote you posted was awesome.
Yes, all I did was quilt it, and I quilted. I was trying to record it, but since I broke my mount in that one video, it wasn't holding nicely to keep the camera, so I couldn't record the whole quilt, or else I would have, but yeah, didn't work out that way. All right, and I think this is just a little 1-inch square I'm cutting out of the bottom.
Hi, Julie and Janice.
Right? Yeah, that's 1 inch. Yep, 1 inch. Although for some strange reason it seems like it needs to be more, because once these are sewn together like that, and these are sewn together like that, I do need to cut out a bottom. We're going to cut out the bottoms of these because that's not going to work. So let's choose a number right here. 1, 2 inches. I'm going to cut right on top of everything I just sewed. I'm going to cut out a 2-inch square from the bottom corner to the top corner. I know that seems weird that I'm doing it this way, but right there. So I'm going to cut out 2-inch squares because what I put on here was not big enough. So that way when the bag is closed, there we go, that'll look good. 2-inch square. You can mark it and cut it out with scissors when you do stuff like this for your side widths of the bag. I just use the rotary cutter and stop right literally at the edge of the ruler, which helps if you are very steady and can watch the edge of your blade.
Hi, Barbara.
All right, so now we're going to cut out 2 inches from these guys for the lining. And in the lining, I'm not going to be able to add a pocket in there. She's going to have a pocketless purse. Because I don't have no more pieces.
Oh. You need another piece to do a pocket, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be an empty inside, but she has an outside pocket, so that's good, right? Good enough.
Katrina wrote a mystery pattern. She's trying it out now. That sounds interesting.
Sounds like a mystery.
Yeah.
All right, so there's the lining. The zipper needs to be, because those sides are going to be on there. The zipper could just go across the top, so it needs to be however wide this is. Oh, it's 12 inches. So we're going to.
Kate asks if you're making a Tiffy bag.
I'm just creating a Maxine bag, a bag for my daughter. We need to put some interfacing on these 2 pieces real quick for the straps. I mean, I could make a little slip pocket with this, and I don't have enough of any other fabric. I'm literally using all of the fabric. I don't know. Let's work on the straps real quick first and the zipper. So I'm going to seal my zipper off. I'm also going to cut some interfacing for the we're also going to put, where did I stick it? Right here.
Hi, Glenny.
I'm going to put that's too short. Let's just go in half with this. I'm being creative. I want this on the bottom side. So if that's going to be on the top, this is going to be on the bottom. Just like that. That way the inside of the bag looks nice. So I'm literally making a little zipper tab out of the scraps and sewing them on here.
Katrina asks, can you piece with a walking foot?
Yes.
Hi, Joe.
So I just double stitched over to put my little tab on here. I'm going to trim it to size in a second because I need to figure out how long this is. So I need to go. We're just going to use this because it's nylon and it's okay to do that. And I'm going to do this piece right there. Okay. And this piece on the bottom.
Hi, Lori.
Literally, because I don't feel like being correct about this. Just holding it on there and sewing it on there. Literally. And then a second stitch. That looks good to me. And it should be the correct size. Look at that.
You're doing good. Look at that.
Now I need to trim it at least, so that it's at least somewhat decently straight. It's very hard to trim around the zipper, so I kind of like lay the ruler on there sideways. It works. This side is okay because the zipper is not there, but you could have opened the zipper to trim. I'm just too lazy to do that, and that other side looks good. All right, I need to make these now.
Okay, says good idea.
We're gonna cut some interfacing real quick. Let's hang these up before I lose them. And I need a, this is 3, it's gonna be 1. I gotta make sure. These are gonna be some really tiny straps. Look at how small they're gonna be. They're only gonna be that big.
That's not bad.
No.
What's so bad about that?
I need a 1.5 inch, 2 1.5 inch strips off of this.
How long?
Oh, just the length of this. This is 20 inches. So I need 2 1.5 inch interfacing strips to go with my 3 inch piece of fabric that I'm going to be folding, and more folding with pressing.
Yeah, it's gotta get to work again.
All right, Scott, press these completely in half like this.
Uh-huh.
Literally line them up. This is so that you guys know this is not the size strap that we would normally use. Normally we would use a 4-inch piece, but you would press it in half like this. Okay, and make sure it's exactly in half. And then once it's pressed in half, you have a center line, and then you fold your centers, your outsides into your center, press those, and then press the opposite side, and then open the whole thing up, and we will be inserting this right here, and bam.
Are you cutting off
Ironing
that
it.
end part?
No, I'm leaving it.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna get folded
Okay.
for a top stitch. Oh, here's your other one. So while he
One at
does
a time,
that,
kids. One at a time.
I really think I should go find a piece of scrap so that I could at least have a slip pocket in here. What do you guys think?
What
And
kind of
then-
scrap would you use?
Let's see what I have in my scrap. So I'm gonna come around in front of the camera for a second to the side.
We're curious on what you would use.
I have another brown. It's a different brown, but it's brown. What do you think? The polka dots are just different, and the brown's not as brown.
It looks almost the same. The dots are bigger and farther apart.
Or I can go with pink
It
because of
matches.
pigs.
But the
No.
brown might be too matching. There you go. Maybe the pink is a better idea.
No, red. Do I have red scraps? Oh, I have so many piled up here.
I know. Thus I know. Thus I know.
I have that. I'm going to use that.
This is the part I never did like ironing.
It's not the right kind of red, but it has speckles in it, and I'm just making a top slip pocket. I'm going to use the pigs to go with it. You'll see what I'm doing here.
Hams and hams. This is the one part of the first I was
All right, so I'm going to split this now. My last leftover piece, besides this right here. I'm going to straighten this size up to be nice and squared. We're just going to go with 4 inches. Let's see if this is about the size. 4 inches, okay. I'm going to take my nice lovely scrap here. I want some for the top and some for the inside. So I'm gonna go right here. I
It
don't
seems
know.
like one thick strap to me. I don't know why you're saying it's so little.
It's little. It's usually 2 inches.
Are you sure this looks pretty thick compared to the ones we've done in the past?
I gotta cut the selvage off of here. So this is
Hi,
what I'm gonna
Maggie.
do. It's gonna be like 2 colored. Let's see.
Two-tone?
Right
Oh, that
about
is two-tone?
there.
It's 2 separate colors.
It's gonna be all pieced. So we're gonna cut that looks about 2 inches. We're gonna cut 2.5 inches off of this. You guys could do your own pockets. This, I'm making it up as I go. So I literally have a 4-inch by, I forgot already, inch. 4-inch by 8-inch piece of my last of it. And then I'm taking this and cutting a 2.5-inch by 8-inch piece. I'm going to sew them together. So I'm creating a slip pocket. I'm going to sew these together, and then I'm going to create, with the last of this, I'm going to create the size this turns into. So another 4-inch and another 8-inch piece. So 1/4 minute I'm just going to finger press it for now. And you know what? Because it's nice, like the, I'm spreading the seam open and I'm top stitching it to make it look cute, like the outside. Just because I can.
Just because I can.
All right, so we're gonna cut a 4-inch by 8-inch off of here. Actually, if I just put 2 of these together, it should be the correct size. Looks like it. I just cut that 7. Oops. It's a good thing these are scraps. Be nice if my ruler was facing the correct direction. There we go. That's it.
Probably help, huh?
Yes, it would. Nice straight edge and a nice straight edge. We're just gonna piece these 2 together for the inside part. Again, because I'm making things up as I go. And I'm gonna sew them together. And flip them out because it's going to be a top stitched pocket. So we're going to put these right sides together.
Okay, the worst part of the whole purse.
And I'm going to stitch all the way around this whole entire thing. And leave an opening to flip it out.
The rough side goes down?
Yes.
Towards the front, not towards the opening?
Yes. Just slide it in there.
The rough side
Yes.
goes down here.
Oh, you need to fold this in 1/2 inch real quick
Oh,
on both
wow,
sides.
You didn't tell me that.
You got to make sure they're exact. Both pieces are exact. So you can put that in the center. Fold your end in like this. And press.
Both pieces ain't exact, and you just cut one to measure the same length as the other one?
Nope, they have to be pressed so that I have a folded closed edge, or else I can't sew it to the bag. It'll be raw, and I don't want raw edges.
Oh, okay.
So iron this first real quick, right here at this edge.
Kim says, amazing how well it works when it's turned the right direction.
So iron these down. Just stay right there on the edge of that. Yeah, do that one now. I'm teaching him something real quick. Now,
Well, we've done this before, but it's been
Do
so
the
long,
other
I
side.
forgot.
you can do the other side. Make sure they're equal. See?
Yes, Tiffany.
Isn't that same length? He's learning.
Oh, we've done this so many times.
I've never had you fold them in. I did raws for the straps.
Of your other purses, I think
Yeah.
we did this. I just don't remember.
Okay, now you can just do the folding in half and ironing. All right, I'm gonna stitch all the way around this whole thing and leave an opening. And then flip it, seal it, and then top stitch it onto a inner piece. Here. I'm also going to snip away the corners so that it lays nice and flat once I flip it out. This is just a different kind of slip pocket instead of being built onto the bag. This is just going right on top. Alright, so I left an opening. I'm going to flip it out.
Man, this does not look old.
Poke my corners.
Why is it so uncooperative? I don't remember the purses being this bad.
I haven't done it in a while.
Really, especially at the other end.
And then I'm going to stick this in here. Pull it tight. And since Scott's using the iron, I'm just going to go ahead and do this without pressing. I'm just going to seal the whole top. 1/8 of an inch away from the edge. They're both lined up. Stitching across the whole top.
That was a pain.
Can we press this real quick now?
Yeah. Just the whole thing? What are you doing?
I'm trying to pull this out. I don't want to lip.
Oh, I don't know what you're doing. Oh, here, you. I don't know what you're doing. I'm gonna burn your fingers because you keep
Rolling
putting them in the way.
the seam out.
Hi, Bettina. Hi, Alicia.
Not done. My little thing folded in accidentally.
Well, you did that way if you iron your fingers.
So now I have a piece that looks like this. And just because it's for my daughter, we need to put a tag in it that says it was made by me. So I'm going to insert that at the same exact time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to center this right here. Just like that. I'm going to grab a tag. One side, and she's gonna get one that says made with some blood, sweat, and swearing because I need to use them.
Well, she'll like that.
All right, so this one's gonna get sewn on this side, and then this all by itself is gonna get sewn on the other piece. So I'm just gonna slide it in here.
Hi, Gabby. Hi,
Top
Flossie.
stitch the whole thing on here. And it should catch my thing.
Flossie says, I enjoy following your creations.
Alright, so I'm just going to do a top stitch. Back stitch right here at the top because it's going to be closed. The pocket will be lifted into a bazillion times. I'm also going to double stitch where the tag is. And go all the way around. Notice I didn't center it or measure it or anything. I just threw it on here. I just eyeballed it. Back stitching at the top because I know that the pocket will get used a bazillion times, sliding stuff in and out. So now I have a slip pocket right here, and it has a little made with blood, sweat, and some swearing tag. And then I'm going to center on my little created by Tiffany tag on the opposite side, inside the bag.
Well, they look the same way. You good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. You will find something wrong with them.
Oops. Back stitch.
Well, you got 95 people on here on a Monday. That's crazy.
Wow.
Thank you all for
guys.
watching.
Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out while I make a bag. All right, so now I have my created by Tiffany on this side. And now to sew my strap handles and then hook them to the bag. So I'm going to, oops, sometimes these little ends fold out on their own. I'm just going to make sure it's sealed. I'm going to stitch right on the edge. And I'm using red thread because that's what I'm using this whole project. And then I'm going to sew the opening closed side first. Make sure that this side is folded really good before I get to it. And it is right there. Sew it right up to the edge. Pivot. Come down this side. And now I'm going to sew down this side. And yes, I can sew that fast along the edge because I use my fingers at the sewing machine as a guide to stop the strap from going anywhere. You get used to it after a while, the more bags you make with straps. There. So I literally stick one finger on one side, my middle finger on the other, and I use my hand on it, the palm of my hand, to like hold the whole thing steady. And I can stay 1/8 of an inch away from the edge the whole entire time. My straps are made, and now to attach them to both sides of the bag. Totally not even gonna measure, just gonna stick them on here. About right there. Let's see, how far in is that? Let's do 1 inch in. 1 inch in and 1/2 inch above my stitch line. Oh, I don't have a stitch line on that side, so 1 inch in and 1.5 inches down. There we go. 1 inch in and 1.5 inches down. That's good enough. Now, I'm going to stitch it on here. Move all this out of the way. I'm stitching on the lines of the, just making a little square, stitching on the lines of the, that I just sewed on the strap. And I stitch about an inch up. And then I'm going to go across. And these straps aren't going to go nowhere. And I'm going to do an X. There. Come across the bottom. Do an X the other way. Now to add the opposite side. Making sure that my pocket is out of the way. We're going to go an inch in and an inch and a half down. So an inch in and an inch and a half down. Right there. Oh, right there. Inch up.
Okay, says her mom says hi.
Hello.
She came out to see what you were making, and she told her mom all about you.
Awesome.
Diane asked, which bag are you making?
I'm making it up as I go bag for my daughter.
It's going to be a Maxine bag. Right, honey?
Yep. Because her birthday is the 14th of August, and I made her that wallet, but I had enough scraps, so I was like, yeah, I'll just make a bag to go with it. And she thought it was a good idea too, so. Cross over. All this is eyeballed. I literally eyeball the square. Sometimes I mark it, but most of the time I eyeball it because I've been doing it so long now. All right, so there's one handle. And you can see I moved the pocket out of the way so it didn't get hooked in, just in case. It sits right about at the top, just barely. All right, let's put the other side on. So it's 1 inch in and 1.5 inches down. So let's do one side first. Oops, be nice if I had it on the right side. 1 inch down, just like that, and hold it in place. Stitch it on. There.
This is going to be so cute.
Yeah. And this time the pigs are both facing the correct direction when the bag gets put together. So that'll be cool. Never really put handles this small on a bag.
What's the normal size you use?
2 inch. I use 4-inch pieces that finish at 2 inches. So the strap piece is 2 inches wide, not an inch. Because this isn't even an inch. This is 3/4 of an inch. This is a 3/4 of an inch piece.
Yes,
Okay.
Emily, the bag is for Maxine also. It's to match the wallet. They're going together.
It's going as a little set for her. Because I think it's cute. Although I've already made her, she has a backpack, a custom made backpack from me. And then all her friends at school were so jealous. Your mom really made that? She made that? No way, your mom didn't make that. You bought that somewhere. No, it was custom made by me. They didn't believe it until they came here and realized I make bags.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I remember the one saying it. She was here when she said it. And then Bobby Joe wanted one really bad.
You should have made her one before she left for the army.
Oh, she would have, but she would have got that lost.
To take with her to boot camp.
Across the bottom. This could be so cute. So both of the handles are on. Look, we have a bag. That's not a bag yet.
That's not a bag yet.
All right.
It'll soon be.
Fun part. Putting it together. Because I have all my components now. So now we have, let's see, I want this to fall on this back. And I want this to fall on this front because there's a pocket. I don't want that way I don't have double bulk pocket coming together. So since this is going on this side, we're gonna fold these out of the way. We're gonna put the zipper down with the zipper. I want the zipper from the pocket and the zipper from the top of the bag to always be on the same side. So I'm literally gonna lay this on here, but I definitely need these guys. My lovely clips. Alright, so I'm going to clip this on here. And it's exactly the same size. I have my zipper facing the bag. So, just in case you guys are curious how bags go together, my zipper is facing the bag. When I first started doing bags, I struggled with this. I always put them on wrong. And then my lining piece is going to go right sides together with the bag itself. So then I'm going to clip this on here because I'm going to sew these on at the same exact time. So I'm just going to go ahead and line it up, remove the pin, and then re-put the pin on, just like this. And then I'm going to stitch right here along this side, pretty much a 1/4 inch away from the edge because that's about where my zipper is. I just want to watch out for the zipper, that it's not in the way, because this is a little sneaky zipper.
A sneaky zipper.
It's a sneaky zipper. All right, so I'm going to line this up, and then I'm going to take a couple stitches, and then I'm going to adjust where the zipper is. That way I'm not running it over, and then I'll put it back up the other way. So for now, I'm just going to unzip it a little so I can come down enough. Come on, come on. It doesn't want to unzip. Right there, come on. Whatever. It's out of the way at least. These are not very happy zippers. They're meant for clothes, I think. But I didn't have the money for anything else at the time, so this is what I wound up with.
Darlene asks, how or where did you learn to make your first bag? Class, video, or just reading a tag?
By just putting it together, actually. I did exactly what I'm doing today. I made something up right here on my channel on a live stream. And let me tell you, I got it wrong a lot in the beginning. I messed up so often because I kept putting things on wrong. But I think my first bag was, I don't even have my first bag, do I?
I don't know. Is that it over there?
No.
Oh.
I made a little quilted bag, and then the second bag I made, I remember the second one because it was Triana's Halloween candy bag.
Oh, yeah, it was the
pumpkin
stuff.
bag. It was a kit, a panel thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
Come on, zipper. There we go.
Little Halloween deal. It was cute.
Some of you might remember it. And then from then on, my crazy bag making just kind of took over. Now I make bags all the time. Well, not all the time. This is going to be my first bag in like probably 3 months. It's been a while since I've made a bag.
Darlene says to her, you're the bag making queen.
I gotta restitch something real quick because it really got messed up around the zipper because it didn't want to open properly. Seam ripper time, just for a minute, just a little tiny area because it wanted to make its way the wrong direction. And it kind of messed up my where the zipper is going to sit when I go to fold it over. literally sitting on the edge of the zipper is why, because this is a small zipper. I usually use these for the inner pockets only. I never use them for the top, but unfortunately, I guess, like I said, it's all I have. Come on. Keep going. Should be good. So now I'm going to flip this open. I'm going to reclose my zipper so that makes it easier. And then I'm going to press this down and then top stitch it. So I'm just going to use the iron.
Yeah, it's turning off soon.
And I'm going to, just be careful of your nylon zippers with iron. But
what will happen to them?
You can melt it if the iron's too hot. I'm just giving it a little bit of a pushback to hold it back just a little. And now I'm going to top stitch it, making sure that the whole thing stays nice and open. You can see all my little picked stitches now. Scratch them away. So I'm just top stitching right along the edge of the bag. I'm also making sure that the lining is staying out of the way. I'm top stitching that too. So that's what it looks like now. And that's what the inside looks like. So the correct part is on the side that I wanted it on. Now to put the other side on. So I'm going to fold this down, my straps, because my straps are on top. And then we're going to take the outside of this part of the bag. I'm going to fold my straps down also. And I'm going to put it on here. And then I'm going to stick this on side up like. Some people put this right side together with that, but it doesn't matter because either way you're doing it, you're still putting them on the same direction. I've seen that in bag making videos. I'm like, why would you? It's the same thing no matter which way you go. So I just line them all up. Because when it's closed, you'll see that the zipper will be, the inside will be right sides together with that. See? So it's okay to lay them all on one side. So now I'm going to sew again along the edge. I'm going to go right to where the zipper is. Open said zipper.
Michelle says she's been making bags lately and she includes a lanyard for your keys and a slip pocket for your phone.
Yeah, I usually do stuff like that, but this is for my daughter, and she's getting a wallet that holds the phone. So inside, to go inside her.
Hi, Suburban.
Let's reclose said zipper. Lay it all back out. Now I'm going to open this whole thing. Oops, I did it again. Did it again. See, even though I said what I was doing. Goes on the bottom because I did it on the top. Why did I do that? I did do it on the top. It is supposed to go on the bottom. I messed it up.
Hi, Sharon. Sharon says your lining is upside down.
Yes, I am. I knew it. It's the other bag that goes the other way. Not this big. I'm not gonna be able to rip that like that. It's okay. That's what seam rippers are for. Boy, it's gonna take a few minutes, guys. I put the right tag in here for, except for the cuss word part, because I'm not swearing out loud.
Where's Jim at? He said the other day that he was swearing for you since you couldn't.
Yeah, when I hit my knee.
Yep, that
Because
was
I
just
always
last
hit my
night.
knee.
Yeah.
The seam ripper trick does not work with this direction with interfacing and everything.
Well, I've always said it's good for them to see you make mistakes. That way they know how to fix them when they do. So I guess it's good.
It's fine. And every once in a while I screw it up.
Are we done with the iron now?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I help it out?
Just trying to rip these. Literally going like a stitch at a time.
Is this getting thrown?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to pluck the stitchings out. As best as I can. Now it's the right direction. Right side up on this one. That way. And right sides together on that one. That's how it goes. I'm making a quilt top sandwich. But with a bag. If you guys were able to hear in the background, you can hear Scott and his lousy singing. So. Come on. The zipper is not the right kind of zipper to be using these clips either, because they keep wanting to grasp on the wrong side of the zipper and they're lifting it. Come on. There we go. And one more. And I can't see comments because I don't have that in here with me. Scott took off to another room. Alright. I undid the zipper now because this thing keeps hitting it wrong. There we go. I didn't do this right, it's not my fault.
I'm
But I
sure you
did.
did an amazing job.
But I did. Normally I would iron it, but I'm already like, I think Scott already unplugged it.
I can plug it back in and iron it for you.
It's fine. I'm just gonna yank it and fold it and top stitch. That smell is gross.
What? What smell?
Whatever you're eating.
PB&J? You eat them.
I know, but it smells weird.
Okay.
All right, now it's top stitched. Look, I have an almost bag. Now, put it right sides together and right sides together like this. And I'm going to make sure that we have the zipper open because we don't want to get it to where I can't flip bag. So I want a nice open zipper. Gotta make sure it's open. I'm going to just kind of move these out of the way. We're going to put the outside of the bag together and then the lining together. And I'm going to clip all the way around except for an opening in the lining area. I'm also going to fold my zipper tab down towards the lining and put a clip on it. And the zipper tab on this side is going to go down towards the lining. Just like that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put clips around the whole entire thing to hold it together. And then I'm going to stitch all the way around the whole thing, except on the lining, I'm going to actually stitch it a bigger seam allowance than I do on the outside because it allows it to sit in there better. I noticed that when I was doing my Tiffy bags, actually, that it sits better the bigger the seam allowance you take on the lining. And then I noticed with all bags, instead of it being all fluffy inside of there and like, I don't know, just lays flatter if you take a bigger seam allowance. All right, so I'm going to start on this bottom at the lining. I'm going to back stitch right here, stitch all the way around, probably like a ½ inch, and then I'll do a ¼ inch seam out here. It really doesn't matter as long as it's two different sizes, and then I'll just like veer out and then veer back in from in to out up here. So I'm literally going to, I guess that one's the ½ inch mark. I'm going to back stitch right here, stitch right off the edge, come over here to the side, back stitch, coming right up here. I'm going to change, I don't know, right there, to a ¼ inch seam. Because it really doesn't matter in this bag. I'm leaving it all connected. And I'm going to go right into that, but I'm going to change my stitch length back to the bigger ½ inch stitch length. Come down to this bottom. And stitch into there. And I'm just going to snip these connector corners because technically they're not needed be connected anymore. Gonna come in through my opening right here I'm gonna grab the bottom. Oh no, I have to sew these first. Yeah. Splitting that nicely. Be nice to stitch these first, right? I'm gonna stitch the 1/4 inch on this one first. And then makes it easier sticking the hand in, spreading that out. It's all nice and lined up. I'm not using pins or clips because I really don't need to for this. So now I have my box corners down here. Now to do the same with this side. I'm just going to push the seam one side or the other, really doesn't matter. You can cut off the extra seam allowance if you want. I'm not going to. It should lay nicely in the bag, hopefully. Hopefully.
Carissa says, that looks really confusing, Tiff. LOL, I'm trying to follow along, but I'm a little lost.
Yeah, my Tiffy bag videos are a lot easier to follow because all the directions are correct. Once you do those bags, it's fairly simple. And now for the other side. This is pretty much going to look like a Tiffy bag, just a little bit more square, I think. I want these bottoms to sit in nicely. I will trim these away. The sides should fold nice. All right, let's put our hand in and pull it out. What's it gonna look like? Swap those sides. Oh, that looks cool because it's like a little racing stripe down the center. I like that.
That looks cool. Thread stripe around the piggies.
Okay, come on.
Do you need a hand?
Oh, there we go. I'm trying to push out the zipper tab now. It doesn't always, no matter what bag I do, it doesn't always come out perfect. There we go. There's one side. There's the other. I'm going to pop this down in and make sure everything is nice. I got some threads sticking out. All right, fits good. It's nice and snug, just the way I want it. So I'm going to pull it out and seal it because that's all I needed to do. So I'm going to just fold this under and literally sew from the fold to the fold on the ends on a top stitch. And I just hold it nice and tight and sew from end to end. Once my needle is down, I can straighten everything out better. now I sew from the end to the end just so that it looks decent. Instead of just having a tiny stitch area of only the opening. I think it looks better. Now the wallet better fit in here. Because it shrinks. Everything shrinks.
Oh, it'll fit. I have faith.
Nice wallet inside. Cute little purse.
I have faith.
It's not even open all the way.
Well, Carissa says it's very cute.
There we go. Cute little bag. It's not as stiff as the other bags, but it holds itself up. And unfortunately, she's not getting a fancy zipper, but it has a matching wallet now. And it has an inside slip pocket, which I should have split, but that's okay. She could just put whatever she wants in there. No big deal. Does the wallet fit in standing up? No. It has to go in sideways. So, let me bring it close so you guys could see.
Well, you're getting cute, amazing.
There's the inside. So there's the slip pocket. I could have split it into two, you know, but she can just put whatever she wants in it. It's her bag. And then the other side has the thing. And then the front of the bag has a piggy pocket.
A piggy pocket.
It's a piggy pocket.
It's cute.
And it's a soft bag. Everything's nice and flat. And then her little wallet can go in it, which is what I made in a tutorial the other day. If you guys missed it, cell phones fit in here, money fits in here, and credit cards fit in
ID
here.
cards.
Or ID cards.
Else.
So there's a tutorial on that. So there we have it. That's what I did. So I think it was 10" by 9", 1.5" side piece, 1.5" side pieces, and then the inside was just cut to what this finished as, and then we cut out the 2" corners, and then put a 1" by, I don't know, 1.25" tab on the ends because it's hanging over a little bit, and put some 3" by, on this one, 3" by 22-ish inches for the straps, you know, so it can go on the arm or it can go down here, however she wants to hold it. That's up to her. Or she could just swing it in her hand like most teenagers do. Well, that's it. It's cute. Obviously, I would have, if I had different zipper, I would have put a different kind of zipper on here due to the fact that these little hidden ones are mainly for clothes, but again, I don't have another choice, so it's kind of rough, but...
Do you need more zippers? Do you need me to buy you more zippers?
I have tons of these.
Oh.
But, and it has a slip pocket on the inside and a wallet. Look at that. Just like that. So you can make any bag, any size from anything, create your outside, and then just make your lining the same size as that, and then make your straps whatever you want. You can do crossbody straps coming out from the sides or whatever you want. You can put rivets all over the whole thing. You can do it however.
Yep, you put rivets on your tippy bags.
But it looks really cool because it looks like, you know, the stripe goes down around both sides. And if I would have done it, I could have done a set in where I would have added to the zipper first and then hooked the zipper to the bag. But again, I don't have a different kind of zipper, so I can't split it all the way and put the tab back on to be able to do that version. So, but came out.
Krista says she should send you some of her fat quarters from Tula, so you can make her a bag and a wallet. She says, ha ha ha.
You can. I will charge. If Emily is here, she'll tell you. She had her fabric sent here, and I custom made her a bag with her custom fabric. So she has a one-of-a-kind bag.
Yep, she said she was using it today.
Yep. That nobody else has.
And she chose awesome fabric. We really liked it, both of us.
Yes, it was really awesome with skulls and
there was a snake on it.
what is it called? A geisha.
Yep.
You had the geisha girl, but they had the snake and the skull thing running through it, and it was in like an aqua grayish, like an aqua and gray, right? Wasn't it aqua and gray?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dark greens, blacks, grays.
Yeah. It was really cool. And the inside I like custom cut out to where the inside of it has a big snake. I mean, not snake, a spider, like a black widow. Right when you open the inside of the bag, there's a black widow right there.
Shelly wants to know if you received the fabric in the mail, honey. Did you not tell her?
Yes. Yes. That was the boutiques, right?
Yeah, that's the one you're sending the
Yeah.
thank you card, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Shelly, we did. I thought she told you, but
All right. So as you can see, all I have left now is this piece.
the curse is on your Instagram.
Yeah.
For anybody that wants
This
to see
piece.
it.
A
And
couple
Darlene's
little
gonna-
squares, and that's it.
Darlene's gonna email you about making her a bag. Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause yes, Tiff is up for making bags now for people. She was worried because of your hand surgery, but you're back at it now, right?
No, yeah, I'm back at it as of right now. I didn't yet finish the whole designing of the Tiffy bag size 3, which is a big, enormous bag. I haven't done that one yet. I just haven't got that far, and I need to get some more zippers. So, but it's going to be the same concept as the small Tiffy bag and the size 2 Tiffy bag, which is bigger than this.
Hi, Judy.
This is between side. This is pretty much, I mean, it's like the shape of it, but it's between side the Tiffy bag 2 and the little tiny Tiffy bag. This is the in-between size. It's cute though, and it has a wallet. And this is all I have left. Can you believe that? I used almost every single piece.
Well, Carissa, you can message her too. She can make one for you and one for Darlene. It only takes her 2 hours.
I have
you guys just seen.
fabrics here too that I make bags with. I usually have pre-made ones, but I don't have any. I only have a vinyl pre-made right now, and I'm not going to sell it because I don't have a heat press, so it turned out really sloppy. But I can show you guys if you guys want to see it. It's not.
Carissa,
when you
what
don't-
size is that bag?
Hold on. When you have vinyl, it's definitely, I would say now, because I've made 2 vinyl bags, a heat press is a definite way to go. The top opening is 10 inches. It is 7.5 inches tall, and the bottom width is 7.5 by 4.25-ish. So yeah. And the opening isn't as big as, you know, a bigger bag, but it fits the wallet in there. So that's all that matters. That's what I wanted for her, was a little matching wallet. And the brown looks cute with it. So, but here's the vinyl one. But you can see, and I'm going to show you guys this. This is why vinyl, if you want a bag that stays upright like this, and you want to use interfacing, a heat press is the only way to get that interfacing onto the vinyl, because you can see I couldn't, no matter what I do, even if I straighten it out, as soon as I push on it, the interfacing actually comes off, because it never actually, it stuck while I was sewing it, but as soon as I was done sewing it, the interfacing comes apart on the bag. So this is an all vinyl bag, and it definitely did not come out. So it has a recessed zipper, and like you can make it longer so it can open wider, you know, with the zipper. This one has 2 inside slip pockets, and then it has a, you can lift your top part right here to get to it more because it didn't sit where I wanted it to. And then it has a inside zipper pocket as well. And then, so you can either leave it with this in or slide it in like that. This one is crossbody only. It has an outside slip pocket. So, and all that's vinyl. And you can see when I pull it away, you see all that wrinkling? That's that interfacing that I use, the Decoville Light. It does not stick to vinyl without a heat press. I mean, it'll stick to it at first and you think it's stuck, but as soon as you start sewing everything together, it'll shift and you realize it's not stuck. So, and I don't have the money for a heat press, so
I thought you
mine,
used your mom's. Or didn't you do that?
no,
when she
we
was
didn't
here?
do that when she was
Oh,
here. She
never
only
mind
has
then.
that little tiny thing.
Never
And then
mind
it has a front slip pocket as well. And then it's a crossbody only. And it's got rivets and everything on it. You know, It came out okay, but this was the Alexa, what I was designing for the Alexa. But the original design for my Alexa bag has a flap, a messenger bag flap, but I wanted recessed instead because not everybody likes messenger bags. So I could either make a messenger or a recessed one. But this is what it looks like in vinyl. And let me get what it looks like in cotton. Which this was just a prototype. So in cotton, this should come over more, but it didn't, you know. It should sit further on there. So you can see it's the same bag. This has foam in it. This has Decoville Light made with the vinyl. And then this has the same thing. I didn't split the pocket because it's supposed to be for a notebook. You know, like a center slip, and then it has a zipper pocket in here, same as this one, except this one doesn't have an outer zipper pocket. Instead, it only had the slip pocket on the outside, but it's the same exact bag, same exact pattern, just one was done with cotton and one was done with vinyl, which the seams came out different and everything. They never come out the same, but that was my design for the Alexa bag. I just have to go over it again, and I don't know. They don't stay up on their own either. But that's what I was doing originally. So you can see you need, if you're going to use vinyl and you're going to use interfacing, definitely need a heat press.
Okay.
Yep. All right, let me put this away. Okay.
Ready to say goodbye?
Yep. Oh, and then somebody said that, okay. I just want to clarify for some people, they always ask me if I got mail and they never know that I got mail. I don't do mail opening videos. And if I did, it's very rare. I just want to say that in advance. I do get mail. He passed me that stack, the fabric stack right there. I do get mail and I do get gifts. So if you want me to show what you gifted me online, just say it in advance or in an email to me, and then I'll open the package online so you guys can be as surprised as me. But this was my gift right here.
Do you ever sew leather?
No, I've never sewn leather.
Okay. Ben asked.
There's a ton of fat quarters, all batiks, all different colors. It's gonna go.
I like the one with the butterflies right there.
There's one with butterflies.
That's cool.
All sorts of batiks. They're so beautiful. And then these are half yards worth. These three. And then these are 1 yard cuts. So there's this one and this one. Oops. And this one. And this one. And this one.
Okay, there's the butterflies. Tiff likes butterflies.
I'm a butterfly lover.
We both like
love
wolves.
me.
Wolves is our animal net for both of us, but Tiff loves butterflies.
Yes, I have a lot of butterfly stuff. Even tattoos. So that was my mail. I don't do mail openings unless you want me to, because I figure it's private between me and that person. But just so you guys could see, that goes with my talking about it. For those that are curious, because people have been sending me mail and I haven't opened it on camera. If you didn't know in advance, I don't open mail on camera unless it's wanted to.
Darlene asks, what about the back to vinyl by Sally Tomato?
I don't have the money to afford that kind of stuff. I just have what vinyl I have here, so I just have that to play with. I don't have to back vinyl. I mean, but I like a nice stiff bag, you know, so yeah. But I could use vinyl in other ways as well. Yeah, I'll figure out something else to do with the vinyl, because for now I'm not putting it in bags. It doesn't stay. Nope. Anyways, so that was that, and what else? That's all I got. I made a bag. It's for Maxine for her birthday. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to get off of here. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, like my videos, share with your quilty friends, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Bye. Good night.
You just have to slide it that way. There you go.
Okay.